So, the day is upon us. It's time for the Trump tariff liberation day. But what impact is this going to have on the crypto market? Well, yesterday we actually saw a rally in the market. Bitcoin topping about 3%, breaking above 85,000. But what happens today when these tariffs come into effect, and why are people less worried than before? We'll break down some key things you need to be absolutely aware of for these tariffs and how it's going to affect your cryptocurrency portfolio. So go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, every day we bring you the latest crypto news, reviews, technical analysis, brand new projects, and much, much more. All you have to do, well, simply click the subscribe button, watch this video. With that being said, let's get into it. So, like we said, Liberation Day, Trump tariffs are here. They are going to impact the global trade markets. And lots of people are or were nervous. Everyone was kind of curious as to how it was play out. In fact, I still believe some people thought this was never going to happen, and it may still not. But there is obviously a significant concern. We've seen markets pricing in these 100% tariffs here, 25% tariffs there. But the market pumped yesterday. So what really is going on? Well, it's a really interesting narrative. We saw Bitcoin rally back above 85,000 with traders buzzing over Trump's tariff chatter for April 2nd and leaning to a hint that there will be softer policies than expected. Now, this comes on the back of some interviews and some questions that Trump did in the White House where he said, look, he may even take the tariffs off entirely. Now, April 1st would have been a perfect time to maybe even say that, but there was an interesting article from Sid Powell, the CEO and co-founder of Maple, saying that on tariffs always shake things up. But after weeks of tanking prices, any relief like this could spark FOMO and a quick bounce back for BTC. Now, he continued by saying risk assets like crypto might take a beating if tariffs end up boosting the dollar or slowing global growth. While volatility is a lock, tariffs always shake things up and a wait and see moment for investors to know if the predictions of a softer policy is correct. Now, what are they talking about when they say things like that? Well, if you go back to some of my previous videos where I talked about why is Trump doing this? And it all boils down to this. Inflation data. When are we going to get rate cuts coming out of the Fed, which ultimately will put more money back into the Americans' pockets and fundamentally sort out inflation and bring it down? Now, again, remember, Jerome Powell came out and said, well, we're not going to look to rate cuts. This has now changed with a potential rate cut coming in June, which is 2 months earlier than where it was at the start of this year. And actually, when you roll this forward, you could get a rate cut in June, maybe even July, and then finally December, bringing us down to potentially even 3 to 3.25% as an interest rate, which would be a massive decrease over the course of the last 12 months. To give you an example, it's about $2 trillion worth of interest that the US are paying on their debt. By reducing inflation rates and, more importantly, the work Elon Musk is doing with Doge, this could see an offset deficit of $2 trillion by the end of the year. So, surprised they're doing this? Then you add in the fact that tariffs are coming, that could boost more money. Traders are obviously just waiting to see what happens, and there is elements of concern in the market, which I think we all do. But you think of some of the money that potentially would come in here, all of a sudden the US is paying off its debt. And I think, and have talked about this, that's the goal. Think about it. In 4 years, Trump could pay off well over $10 trillion of the US debt, which would be a massive boost to both their economy and every single person that lives there, as well as the risk on assets. This is why I believe you've got Trump's family, Will There Be Finance, Eric Trump going big on Bitcoin, launching mining companies, Will There Be Finance nearly topping $100 million of undermanaged assets. Very interesting as all this kind of plays out, but it's key to see what happens. What we do know is that people are still buying. And again, I've been touching on this for weeks and weeks. Some may even say, 2-bit, you were talking about XRP before everyone else. That's true. And I said everything that came true was going to be. Bitcoin whale wallets are growing in numbers. These are people holding over 1,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin, and they are buying like Bitcoin is running out. 50 plus whale wallets holding over 1,000 have been accumulating in the past 5 weeks. Like Bitcoin is running out. And this is, again, very, very interesting because you've seen World Liberty Finance buying as well. All the people with big pockets seem to be very bullish on the potential outcome with tariffs. Now, if you went to a little bit more of a macro side of things, Q1 was the worst month we had since 2018. Absolutely wild. Q2 setting up for a very potential big move. Expectation, 20% move if everything plays out. But don't forget, the US government does own a significant amount of Bitcoin. This could play very favorably as the next few months play out. In fact, 198,000 Bitcoin, about $16.5 billion. And there is also the CBDCs have been banned. Looking at the potential of a dollar-pegged stablecoin, USD1 springs to mind, as well as something like AURUSD DAI stablecoin as an example. And over 30 US states now are looking to submit proposals to establish their own Bitcoin reserve, as well as Eric Trump and the Trump family looking to do that as well. So very bullish indeed. And again, if you take the macro side of things, they're even reintroducing the crypto retirement bill to try and push this crypto agenda. So for all those people that say, oh, 2-bit, we missed the market top, I'm so disappointed, I can't believe I didn't sell, I still think there's more to come. Tomorrow is a key day, or today, depending on when you're watching this video, with the tariff announcement. We could see a very interesting setup here. This downward sloping trend line where we retested it now 5 or 6 times and got rejected. Well, guess what? We are about to retest again on what could be the biggest pivotal moment in US economy's history and could be a huge, huge boost for the crypto market. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think today, Liberation Day, Trump Tariff Day, is going to be good or bad for both the crypto market and obviously the standard S&P derivatives market as well? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, check out the links in the description. Supports the channel massively. If you want to trade some futures, check out BLOFIN, as well as join my project, Marbit. Link in the description. As always, thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.